What's going on, guys? This is Matt Horner from Sports Mockery, bringing you another video here to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the upside the Chicago Bulls have in the second half of the season. Now, you may be seeing this video after the Bulls just got, utterly destroyed by the Philadelphia 76ers, who didn't have Joel Embiid, and who also didn't have Ben Simmons, and yet the Bulls, getting Lauri Markkanen back and Otto Porter Jr., didn't really put up a fight at the United Center against a depleted Philadelphia team. But I'm going to tell you why the Bulls do have a chance to stay in playoff contention in the second half of the season, and we'll also go over a couple other teams that do really have a shot to pick things up, get better, and improve their position in their respective conferences. But first of all, I do want to talk to you about DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings Sportsbook is the best place to play, the best place to make your wagers. Lines, some of the best you have. Just go around, look at the other sports books. DraftKings has a lot of the best prices around to get you the best number wherever. They have so many great deals, so many great promos that go on every single day, so many fantastic boosts. So they have college basketball parlay boosts that are going on right now because the NCAA tournament is pretty much everything in terms of the sports world. Tons of boosts like that to get you guys started making money. DraftKings Sportsbook, go over there. I'll have a link in the description box below for all of you guys to check them out. So please do. Please do. But today we're going to talk about the Bulls and a couple other teams that I think have a real chance in the second half of the season to turn things around. So let's start out west, because the other two teams are in the East. One of them is the Bulls, obviously. Out west, I have the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets are a team last year that went to the Western Conference Final. They lost, obviously, to LeBron James and the Lakers in the Western Conference Final. But they are a very, very talented team. Nikola Jokic, or the Joker, as they like to call him, has been absolutely on a tear the first half of the season. He's one of the MVP favorites out there in the NBA. Just dominating the glass, dominating the boards every single night. I mean, he's a triple-double threat all the time at center. How often do you hear that? I mean, the guy is a big man. He's a triple-double threat almost every single night. He's incredible. But the real reason why the Nuggets have a real shot is because, one, they've been playing a lot better to end the first half of the season. But Jamal Murray, their man last year that kind of wowed us all in the Western Conference in the bubble out there, he has been electric over his last 10 games. 25 points per game on an insane 52, 44, 90 split. I mean, he has just been going lights out, and if he can keep things up, if he can keep things going, the Denver Nuggets are going to be an extremely hard team to take out in the Western Conference. Now, the record right now may not be the best thing in the world, 21-15. They are, I believe, 6th in the Western Conference, but they have a lot of room to improve. Their schedule towards the end of the season is the 5th easiest in the entire NBA, so look for them to be a team to really watch out for here in the second half of the season. Going out east, the Boston Celtics are another team I really like because I think they will make a trade before the trade deadline about 2 weeks from now that will really help them inside, because the Boston Celtics struggle in the paint, and they really struggle getting rebounds. They don't have a big guy in there that can really grab rebounds and do everything underneath. They really need to run a really great offense. Jason Tatum, obviously, extremely good, about 25 points per game this year. Jaylen Brown has sparked. He's in contention for most improved player. He's up there about 25 points per game as well. So those guys combined is 50 points a game for your team on average, which is, needless to say, very, very good. But I do believe both of them really need help underneath, because you can't really win a lot in this league just straight off of point guard play. I know a lot of people love point guard play, obviously with the Steph Curry and all that type of stuff going on. But to have a big man under center who can get you the rebounds you need and create those extra possessions, I think is extremely important, and it's sorely what the Boston Celtics need right now. Sorry this camera is wobbling a little bit. I'm currently using my phone to record this. So, but yeah, the Celtics, I really feel like they can contend because I think Danny Ainge is going to make a trade in the second half of the season. So look for the Boston Celtics to be a real player in the trade market, and I believe a real player in the Eastern Conference down the stretch. maybe a team like the New York Knicks falls off. You just saw them get dominated by the Milwaukee Bucks yesterday. So I think the Knicks could fall off in the second half of the season, and look for the Boston Celtics to start to improve. Now we get to our beloved Chicago Bulls, right? This is Sports Mockery. We talk about Chicago. Our Chicago Bulls. They just got whipped by the 76ers. I'm not going to pretend they did not just get whipped by the 76ers last night, who were without Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. But the Bulls are in position. They're getting healthier. Markkanen and Otto Porter are both back. They're starting to heal up quite a lot overall. I like the way Billy Donovan has had this team playing. Obviously, the dumpster fire that was Jim Boylen over last year, it's very hard not to improve on that. So Billy Donovan has kind of brought a stability to this team that they really needed, because a lot of these young players need somebody who is going to relate to them and is going to be able to bring them success and help them grow. And Jim Boylen, while he was a guy who was maybe a little strict, which a lot of young players, they don't really care much for that coaching style, especially nowadays. He didn't really fit with the team, but I believe Billy Donovan has done a great job. The Bulls have been better defensively recently. Obviously not in their last game out of the All-Star break, but before the All-Star break, they had gotten to be really good defensively, actually top 10 in the NBA. And they're also a team that beats the odds makers like all the time. They're one of the best teams in the league at basically against the spread. So, if you're new to sports betting, basically that means if the Bulls are, say they're 2-point underdogs tonight to the Miami Heat. Well, they're 2-point underdogs. Basically that means you want to bet them, because when they're underdogs, they come through quite frequently and beat the odds makers with the way they're making their line. So tonight I think is a good spot to back the Bulls, because they had a terrible performance last night. And they're only 2-point underdogs to the Miami Heat again at home. I think they're going to bounce back. I think they're going to have a great performance. But I also think Jimmy Butler is going to have his revenge game. I wouldn't be surprised to see Jimmy Butler get a triple-double. Let's just say that. But I do like the Bulls tonight. I think they can get a win. Jimmy Butler is going to be a hard man to stop tonight, but I think the Bulls can come out with a W. And through the second half of the season, I think they really have a shot. The Eastern Conference is weak. I think a lot of these teams that are in position right now are going to fall off, such as the Charlotte Hornets, such as the New York Knicks, and other teams like that. And I think if the Bulls can stay in that play-in scenario, Zach LaVine, first-time All-Star, a guy like him on your team, I feel like you can win a play-in game and you can get into the playoffs. Right now at DraftKings Sportsbook, they are offering plus 310 odds on the Bulls to make the playoffs. I really think they can do it. They have a little tougher. They have a pretty tough schedule over the second half. But they are one of the teams I think is right there on the bubble of making the playoffs. And if I had to bet on a team in the Eastern Conference that will make the play-in out of some of these teams, I'm going to take the Bulls. Zach LaVine's been really good. I like the way Billy Donovan's been coaching. I like the way they've been playing recently. I will take the Bulls there to make the playoffs, plus 310. Sprinkle a little bit of money on that. So there you have it, guys. Bulls, Nuggets, Celtics. I like those three teams over the second half of the season. I think they're going to propel themselves into better spots in their respective conferences. Thank all of you for watching this video today. Stay tuned for more stuff to come on the channel in the future. We've got some really cool things coming your guys' way soon. Podcasts, lots of awesome content coming to the channel. Lots of awesome content coming to the site. Lots of cool stuff. So I will have a link in the description box below for DraftKings. I'll have a link in the description box below for my Twitter. And I will see you guys next time here on the channel for our next video. Have a fantastic rest of your day, guys, and happy wagering.